Previously on the Traveling Together Journal, we explored the state of Arizona, from the Grand Canyon to some of its lesser known but equally enticing displays of natural beauty. Now we find ourselves in southern Nevada, about to embark on the Mojave Trail.
All right, we're turning on to the trail.
So you have the Colorado River right behind us, and Barstow should be about 135 miles away on the dirt.
The Mojave Trail is a series of dirt roads that follow routes developed by Native Americans to link the watering holes across the Mojave Desert. These trails were later used by Spanish missionaries and settlers as the West was colonized into the 18th and 19th centuries. In addition to the natural beauty of the Mojave Preserve, there are numerous historic and modern landmarks along the way that we intend to explore.
So we have arrived to Granite Springs petroglyphs, and we want to see if we can find somewhere to camp that's kind of off the main road.
The petroglyphs are right there.
Oh, cool! That's sweet. Found another one. There's one right there. And then there's another something on that rock right up there.
We just arrived at Fort Piute, so we're gonna get out and stretch our legs and see what we can find.
Fort Piute was established in 1859 by Major James H. Carleton of the United States Army and his troops. The remains of the stone structure still stand at the base of the Pute Springs, a rare and vital source of fresh water along the Mojave Trail. The fort was established to protect settlers from the Native Americans who often raided wagon trains, killing people and taking livestock as the settlers tried to follow the Mojave Road to the west.
Next stopping point is an old school bus that's just been abandoned out here, so it's a bit of a landmark.
Yeah, I don't know the history. I just know that it's like a thing when you drive this trail. That you go look at the bus.
It looks like a lot of people have camped here too, which it's huge. It's a huge pullout, so it'd be good for like those really big convoys. Oh, it's also obviously a very good shooting target.
And place to put your stickers.
From the bus, we continued west, winding our way through a Joshua tree forest and stopping off at the Nevada Southern Railway Monument. Erected in 2008, the monument shares a brief history of the railway that intersected the Mojave Trail here from 1893 to 1923 for the purpose of hauling ore out of the mines in southeastern California and southern Nevada. From the monument, it wasn't long before we encountered the first section of trail that gave us pause in our heavily laden stock pickup.
What'd you think? Turn around, go back?
Never.
I'm a bit nervous for our truck right now. Matt's a good driver, but it always makes me a bit nervous. every time. I don't know why I get nervous. You did that just like a slalom skier. Just a little slip here, a little slip there. on your way down.
Controlled chaos.
So we're meeting our friends at Kelsey-Seymour Road intersection, and we just passed the highway with a sign of 55 miles an hour, and like 4 cars just sped. It was a bit crazy after being on these slow dirt roads and not seeing a single person all day long. We're just gonna look for a place to pull out and camp.
For some reason, I just thought of, you know, like when you go on a flight and like after the plane's landed, the captain or stewardess or somebody comes on over the intercom and they're like, "Caution, the baggage in the overhead compartment may have shifted during flight." All of our stuff is like all shifted forward from that super steep thing we went down. You excited to see our friends?
Oh, I'm really excited. Yeah, it's gonna be really nice. We spent a lot of time together.
And we met them while we were living on Maui. They worked on the same boat as me, but they moved to Las Vegas right about the same time we were leaving the island. So it'll be fun to meet back up with them, and hopefully they don't party us into the ground.
Come here.
After a quick reunion, we were back on the trail. Our next destination was the Mojave Road mailbox. Erected in 1983 by the enthusiast group Friends of the Mojave Road, mail has never been collected from the heavy steel box, but it houses a log where travelers can leave their mark. And it would seem they leave just about anything else as well.
Oh, anybody want some Cheetos?
There's snacks.
Porno cards?
From Vegas.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Alright, we are on our way now to some lava tubes. We just turned off the Mojave Trail, and it's maybe a couple miles off the Mojave Trail to these lava tubes.
With little sign of anything going on at the surface, we weren't sure we were in the right place. But we followed a well-worn path and found a hole in the ground. These caves were formed by lava flows. The lava at the surface cooled and hardened, creating a lava tube, through which liquid lava continued to flow. When the eruption stopped, the lava flowed out and the tube left behind became an empty cave.
Sweet.
Big old satellite.
Yeah. It's like, it's awful nice for someone to be lighting my way, and I realize it's your headlamp, good shit.
From the lava tubes, our mini convoy resumed our journey on the Mojave Trail. On the west side of Soda Lake, we reached the Traveler's Monument. Its origins are unclear, but the tradition is to carry the largest rock you can across Soda Lake and add it to the pile here. The Traveler's Monument also serves as mile marker 100 if you are traveling from east to west. From here, the road becomes much more consistently sandy, traveling through sand dunes and down river washes.
Alright, next mission now is to find somewhere to camp.
Traveling down the Mojave River Wash, we entered Afton Canyon and pulled up next to the Union Pacific train tracks to check out one of the many slot canyons in the area. We chose to stop at Spooky Canyon, and it lived up to its name, as the high walls pinched closer together and we found ourselves turning on our flashlight.
It's got too spooky for us. Turn back, it's too spooky!
With our legs stretched and our spirits high, we continued down Afton Canyon alongside the Union Pacific train tracks until we reached the water crossing near Afton Campground. This is the only water crossing along the Mojave Road that is consistently here regardless of recent weather, and a cause of concern for us given our stock truck without a raised air intake. I walked the entire crossing and found nice gravel and rock track the entire way, so we knew that traction wasn't going to be an issue. So we held our breath as if that would keep the truck from drowning, and proceeded on.
She's doing it.
Yeah. Pretty easy going.
One down.
We had a little water come in. Nothing too bad.
My feet got wet.
Oh, really?
From the water crossing, we proceeded down the Mojave River Wash a few more miles before turning up out of the wash to reach Highway 15.
There's the highway, the symbol of the real world. It's over.
It's been fun though. It's been 151.5 miles on the dirt, including our little side trips and such. And it's been a good time.
We've made it to the highway, and now it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Look at all these lanes! That's craziness! 4 lanes to choose from. There's 9 countries of mud and sand on and in that car. This is just so crazy. We have virtually emptied out the truck. I just really never thought this day would come, and even when we started to unload, I'm like, are you sure we're not gonna like get back in this thing in a couple days? All right, it's official.
We're at the Lightness House.
506 days. We've been on the road.
Panama round trip.
Round trip. Where we started. And I think this kind of marks the end of our vlogging for a while. We've got some plans in store, but I think for the next couple of weeks it's gonna be pretty minimal.
Lots of family time.
Yeah, that's gonna be our focus.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on our adventure.
Well, that's all, folks. For those of you that have been following along from the start, you've seen 78 episodes encompassing a year and a half of our lives as we drove 22,000 miles across 9 different countries, and we had a heck of a good time doing it. I want to thank everyone that helped support the creation of this content, and I want to thank everyone that we met out on the road that helped make this adventure such an awesome experience for Amy and I. We've settled down in California, but we still own Blue Beauty, and we've gone out and filmed some of our little adventures, so you can expect to see some more content coming out from us, mostly from trips through the Baja Peninsula. And until next time, thanks for watching.